Alright, so what is fun? The boring executive producer in me says that fun is just the consumer promise fulfillment. But that even sounds boring and kind of rough, so no, I prefer another way of saying it. It's the Tim Schafer's quote. He told once that fun is just the wish fulfillment, so players are wishing something and they getting it in the game. But there is another good way of saying things about fun. Cinematographers love to say that good movie is the one which is giving the viewer what he wants, but not in the way he wanted it to be. For the games, it's practically the same. So you are giving the players what they want in terms of the emotion, experience, all this stuff, but not in the way they expected it to be presented, via mechanics, via aesthetics, via visuals of all kind, and other stuff. There is a model, it's called MDA, Mechanics, Dynamics, Aesthetics. Its pillars are practically the mechanics, the way the game's logic works in the game. So you press the A button on the controller and the character jumps or hangs on some wall and just rises up when you're pressing it again. The second pillar is dynamics. It's how the mechanics are flowing through, like translating into each other. Every puzzle games designer knows that you have to possess of the good prediction model to understand when the mechanics, certain mechanic is enough for the player and you have to switch to another one. The third pillar of the MDA framework is aesthetics. It's visuals, but the good visuals are not just beautiful in a global sense. They are working together with the mechanics, dynamics, narrative, all this stuff around to present the whole complete experience. The good example of it is the underwater city in the BioShock, the space station in the practically in the Alien Isolation game, in the Prey game. So almost every immersion sim nails the aesthetics. Okay, so what about the self-evaluation? Lots of people, lots of developers, producers say that the best possible way to get to the fun while developing something is self-evaluate. But here's the trick. You're becoming blind very soon while developing something, because you're playing it over and over and you are starting to missing the point of that feeling on the edge of your fingertips. So you have to give your game early prototype as soon as possible to thousands of people, if possible. Yeah. So you have Playtest Cloud, the famous platform for it. You have another examples. You just name it. So you have to give people the chance to try the core gameplay. You have to give them that unpolished, rough combination of the mechanics with some point of aesthetics to feel that very specific emotions. It can be positive or negative ones. The powerfulness, smartness, sneakiness, badness, stressfulness, success, the good ones, the negative ones, frustration, sorrow, anger, everything suits here. Lots of game designers, producers are fearing that sorrow, anger, all that negative emotions will be bad and players will be upset and install the game, all this stuff, but that doesn't work this way. I mean, every Souls-like game has so much of anger, frustration, all that negative emotions, but they nail the emotions which come after, and these are accomplishment. So when you are rising that water well in the Orient Blind Forest, I literally passed it over 60 or 70 times while once I completed it. I felt so angry, so emotionally exhausted, but when I was finishing it, when I was this close, I was first I had hope rising up in me, and then while I nailed that level, I got very strong, specific sense of accomplishment. I literally remember the number of the race. It's race number 95 of the Need for Speed Underground, which came out 22, 23 years ago. I also tried to nail it for, months, maybe 2 months. And once I completed it, I just, right now I'm speaking about it and I'm feeling that feeling of myself, 13-year-old, like small kid, got in that, nailing that fucking race. So negative emotions are good. They make your game memorable. Just do it right. Do not make it really bad design. Make it difficult design. And speaking about the difficulty, you have probably heard of FUU factor. It was presented by a mobile company called Vuga in, 2014, 2015. It is simple. The formula of it is literally you are dividing the total number of tries to the I almost nailed it tries out of it. An example, Peter tried to beat that boss in the Dark Souls for 100 times. 10 out of these times he almost get, like the boss had like 5 health points and then he killed Peter. So the FUU factor here is 100 divided by 10, you get 10, and the people of Vuga tells that the games, the levels of FUU factor above 10 are the bad ones, you have to avoid them, and something which is 10 and below is good. But that kind of outdated view on this, and that happened, that words was spilled like 10 years ago, and there are lots of models nowadays that include the FUU factor but has so much of the expansion of different factors, like parameters, values included into the calculation of that like ideal difficulty curve. I won't spoil any more about this. It's kind of not the point of this talk to get like deeper into the formulas and specifics. I'm just giving you an advice how to make the great balance of the good mechanics, good flow of the mechanics, difficulty, and all this into the fun. So you have to define your like measurements, how you will measure that, actually that factor of the fun, that difficulty, if you can say it practically. So I advise you to bring 2 ways, 2 models, 2 frameworks, you name it, to measure this, just to compare the results and be more sure that you have done the right thing. So you're taking this couple of models, you applying it, you are running playtests with people around, relatives, just try to pick up the people who are like not that, who won't say simply just the game is great because they are your mother and father. So you run playtests, so you measure it, you get the data, you calculate it, you iterate the balancing, and practically it. So you just have to feel that the audience around is feeling different about your game, but the core of the audience, like more than 50% of them, are feeling the positive emotions. They are they are willing to stick to the game and play more. That's the good way to find that your game is fun, actually. Okay, I'm wrapping up this talk. I'm releasing a new video, the Let's Play, actually, with my talking about the industry. It will be live really soon. I know that I'm promising it to you for like 2 weeks straight. But yeah, this week will be the release week of this video. So subscribe, comment, like this video, please. You will support me this way. There is a QR code somewhere, I guess, right corner below. You will really support me if you will donate something. And yeah, that's it. See you around in 1 week. Bye bye.